How did the American Revolution play out in Britain? Many in America see Britain as an implacable foreign foe set on destroying American freedoms and dedicated to enslaving Americans. In Britain, the American Revolution played out as a civil war at first, but began to be understood with Britain's larger imperial struggles. Once France became involved,
Evidently, they weren't that bad.
the reasons are that the revolution was seen as part of a larger struggle between traditional British political factions. Many in Britain supported American complaints as being a plea for a return to older forms of government. As the war dragged on, Britons began to see the rebellion in imperial terms. William and Mary made the English Bill of Rights in 1689. Our Bill of Rights was based on theirs. They also created the Act of Settlement. No Catholics are allowed to be the ruler of England, is what this act stated. Queen Anne united Great Britain, but unable to have children, the Parliament, and after she died, the House of Hanover took over the power because there wasn't an heir. They were the first ruler of England that couldn't speak English. The Bonnie Prince Charles Stuart tried unsuccessfully to convert England back to Catholicism. Because of this House of Hanover not being able to speak English, they were unable to rule properly. The biggest battle of this rebellion was the Battle of Culloden. It was fought on a swamp. The soldiers of Bonnie Prince Charles got stuck. They were Catholics. These soldiers were Catholic Scots. Flora MacDonald rescued the prince and took him to the Isle of Skye, where she left him to hide, and she was later picked up and taken to Italy. In the 7 Years' War, also known as the French and Indian War, which happened in 1756, British was set on taking control of Canada. George Washington started it by shooting some French in Canada. George III became king. Soon after becoming king, he moved the French and Indians to give more room for the new settlers. It is essential that the several tribes or tribe of Indians who live under our protection should not be molested or disturbed, said George III. He also made the Quebec Act, which the act moves the Catholics that lived in Canada. He moved them down south, and they eventually ended up in Louisiana. This had a big impact on the Revolutionary War. The second reason was because Britain supported American plea for old government. The Gordon Riots in 1780 took place in London, England. It was based on the same issues as the protests and violence in Boston. They wanted to remove some laws. The high class was met with abuse and physical violence. Mobs were broken up only by the troops. Over 300 rioters were killed. The Duke of Richmond went so far as to suggest that the Gordon Riots were like the Colonial Rebellion, a response to the Quebec Act, said Catherine O'Donnell. George III wasn't going along with these riots. The English lower class sympathized with the people in Boston. They supported America because of the same thing was happening to them. The third reason why the Revolutionary War turned into a civil war became bigger was because Britain saw the rebellion in imperial terms. France and America made an alliance against England. In 1778, the Kingdom of France and the United States made an alliance. The entry of France into the war proved a key turning point to the conflict, said Kennedy Hickman. This alliance was a military pact. France would provide supplies. It was officially called the 1778 Treaty of Alliance. The Whigs blamed George III for the American territories lost because he became a Tory. Although many in America see Britain as a ruthless enemy, Britain thought of the American Revolution as a civil war that wouldn't last long. They soon realized it was a larger imperial struggle once France became involved. The Revolution was seen as part of a larger struggle between traditional British political factions. Many in Britain supported American complaints as being a plea for a return to older forms of government. As the war dragged on, the Britons began to see the rebellion in imperial terms. Thank you.